Good afternoon. This is Aaron Rayum here with the Financial Enhancement Group. I am the Director of Financial Planning here at the Financial Enhancement Group, and we are highlighting the Brownsburg Education Foundation today. It's a charity that we're partnering with. This year we're celebrating our 25th anniversary, and so we're choosing 12 charities to be able to make a donation to, and I've got Brian Petraits here with me from the Brownsburg Education Board. And so, Brian, thank you for taking the time to tell us a little bit about the Education Foundation and taking the time to interview with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for partnering with us.
You're very welcome. So first question I have is just, Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're a part of the board through the Education Foundation.
Thank you. Well, again, my name is Brian Petraits, and my wife, Laura, and I, we are both Brownsburg graduates. We graduated back in 2003 and 2004, respectively. We have chosen to make Brownsburg home for our family. We are blessed with two amazing young children, a 7-year-old son, Neil, and a 5-year-old daughter, Noelle. And we've chosen to be a part of the Education Foundation just because of the impact, the positive impact that the entire Brownsburg Community School Corporation had on both of our education ventures through middle school and high school. And Brownsburg schools have given us so much. This, by participating and being supportive and involved in a leadership role with the Education Foundation, is one way for my wife and I to be able to give back to a community and a school system that gave us so much.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you said you graduated in 2003 and 2004. So how long have you been the president of the BEF board?
I've been the president for the past year of the
Okay.
Education Foundation. I've been a board member for 5 years prior to becoming president.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the foundation overall. What does it do to help support the education system or the kids that are going through the Brownsburg school system? How does the foundation step in and help out?
The really unique and really awesome characteristic of the Education Foundation is that it impacts every single student and all members of the staff of the Brownsburg Community School Corporation. It's focused not only on athletics, not only on extracurricular, not only on bands, not just the elementaries, not just middle school. All students who are a part of the Community School Corporation are impacted in a positive nature by BEF, and that's a really cool thing that allows for the money that comes in through BEF to impact all students and staff, because we provide grants, we provide scholarships, and we provide staff awards to be able to handle all aspects of and touch everybody throughout the entire school district.
Yeah, and that can definitely be very rewarding for the people that you're impacting. And so, as I was telling you, but while we're getting started, I've got 3 daughters that are going through the Brownsburg school system right now, 2 that are at Brown and 1 at West, and they love the system, and they love being a part of the Brownsburg community of schools. So if someone wanted to say, Brian, I've got, skills and qualities, but don't know how to, what to do with those, but want to maybe volunteer. Is there a way that someone can get partnered with the foundation to help you guys out? Are you looking for opportunities that way?
Absolutely. Our board of directors is made up of all volunteers. And so from a leadership standpoint, if anybody were ever to want to get involved more at a board level, we are made up of volunteers to help lead and facilitate the organization from a board leadership standpoint. We also have a number of events throughout the year where volunteers are definitely needed. We rely on volunteers to make sure and execute the events. Things like our gala, which we usually have in the springtime. We have a golf outing in the summer. We're doing a purse bingo event in the early fall, and a lot of other aspects of the foundation where volunteers are needed. So if you have a skill set or you have time to offer or a talent, we would definitely be able to find something that could allow for your skill sets or your interests to meet the needs of the organization. Whether you have a unique background or a skill set that, whether law, finance, we could definitely use some of that. Or, hey, you just want to come in and you want to help pass out Apples for Excellence awards to all the teachers. We could definitely use any sort of volunteer help, and all ages are welcome as well. There are some events where you must be over 18 to volunteer, but there's other things where students are able to volunteer as well and help out things that we're doing from a foundation standpoint.
Very nice. Is there one particular event? I know you mentioned the golf outing and the gala. Is there one particular event that you're fond of that you look forward to every year?
I really enjoy them all. The past couple of years, I've been very involved with the golf outing, and I think I'm a little partial to the golf outing just because it usually takes place the first week after school has let out, so it's kind of a nice way to kick off the summer. We have it usually over at West Chase Golf Club, and it's just a great way to kind of get the summer off going. It's just a great opportunity. We really enjoy it. But all the events, the gala is something that my wife and I really enjoy getting dressed up for. And we've got a silent auction and do some really cool. We have a dessert dash at the gala, which allows for different tables to pledge money. And the more money that's pledged, usually the better the dessert is. So it's kind of a nice little wrinkle for a gala type of an event. But all the events that the BEF puts on are first class. They're done really well, and they're a lot of fun. And going in, you're going in for to go support a very, very good cause.
Yeah, that is awesome. I know just because I've played numerous rounds of golf out at West Chase, and know a lot of the workers out there, that the foundation outing that you guys do is one of, if not the largest event that West Chase puts on every year, and it is a very big to do. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, West Chase takes really good care of us, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So outside of volunteering, what other ways can people partner with the Education Foundation from a monetary standpoint?
We are a nonprofit organization, so we are separate of the school system. We're totally separate, but we support the school system. And so, being a nonprofit, we are definitely seeking various forms of funding sources. And so we have a really neat program known as the 1987 Club, where individuals can pledge $19.87 a month. And the significance of that is that's when the foundation was started. But any sort of monetary donation is definitely welcome. Most of our funds go to support scholarships. They go to support teacher grants. They go to support staff awards. And like I mentioned earlier, everything impacts all the students. And so whether you would like to donate $1, whether you have some stock that you'd like to donate, if you'd like to become more involved and endow a scholarship, have your family's name or business's name on a scholarship, we are definitely eager and would love to sit down and have a conversation and see how best how we can meet your goals and wishes from a monetary standpoint to impact students throughout the entire corporation.
Very nice, and thank you for sharing that. I've got two more questions. One question is, what does the day in life look like for you as the volunteer president of the board? So what capacities do you serve in, and what do you most enjoy about being the board president?
Well, number one, we have an excellent executive director. Renee Barron oversees the day-to-day operations of the foundation. And so being able to work side by side with Renee is an absolute honor. She's really taken the foundation to the next level. It is a great opportunity to be able to help the board's mission align with what Renee's doing. And it's a great honor to be able to do that. The day-to-day responsibilities as the board president, from just a general leadership standpoint, just making sure that the organization is continuing to go in a good direction is probably the biggest part of being the president. Like I said, making sure that committees were on task with meeting our goals as a board. And I mentioned working with Renee is an honor. The entire BCSC administration team is so supportive of what we're doing as a foundation. Dr. Snap, Dr. Jessup could not be more influential and making sure that the foundation has what it needs, and in turn, we want to make sure that the school system has exactly what they need. So developing those good relationships with BCSC administrators is something else that is really important to make sure that the foundation is moving in a good direction, and ultimately we can serve our mission, which is to make sure that all students and staff of BCSC have a positive educational experience.
Thank you for sharing that. That was very well articulated. And I do have one question. We'll kind of wrap this up. What does 2022 from a foundation standpoint look like at the end of the year to say, hey, we've had a very successful 2022, and how could that be impactful for you guys?
So number one is always reflecting on the mission of BEF and why we're here, and that is to serve the staff and students of Brownsburg Community Schools. And so at the end of the year, can we look back and say, hey, were we able to serve the staff and students, and how did we do that, and what was our impact? We're really working to increase scholarships. We're able to give out over $50,000 in student scholarships. Hey, were we able to maintain or increase that? Were we able to engage more community partners, whether at the corporation level or at the individual donor level throughout the year? And at the end of the day, just making sure that students have a positive experience, making sure that they know we're providing support and supplemental items that will only enhance their educational journey. I tell you, we provide a lot of grants, a lot of classroom opportunities, and it is so cool. I have my wife and I, we have a 7-year-old who's currently a first grader, and to hear him come home and say, I got to do this. And I know in the back of my head, hey, that was funded by a BEF grant. Or at the soccer fields, you talk to other parents, and they talked about their children getting to go experience the log cabin. It's like, wow, having that sort of impact is so cool, and that's what it's all about. Making those positive memories for students, for staff. That's a successful year. Now it takes funds, and we need to keep the lights on, and we need to keep enhancing and enriching our program. But at the end of the day, did staff, did students Did they have an enriching experience? And were we able to add to that and supplement the already amazing curriculum that Brownsburg Schools provides? If at the end of the day, at the end of 2022, if we can say yes, then it's been a very successful year.
Great, and thank you for sharing that, especially just having the story about your son and resonating with what you've been able to do from a foundation standpoint, and knowing behind the scenes that what you guys are doing at the foundation is impacting students' lives. And so I really appreciate you jumping on here today with us, and I really look forward to continued partnership with the foundation, because you guys do such a good job here in the community and just with the Brownsburg school system overall. So Brian, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and letting me ask questions about the foundation. And I really, really appreciate what you've shared with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for selecting us as one of your 12 charities of choice throughout the year. We're very grateful for the opportunity. And if anybody has any additional questions regarding the Brownsburg Education Foundation, please feel free to check out our website or contact the office. We're at just off of central office, off of 310 Stadium Avenue, right in Brownsburg. So again, thank you for the opportunity, and we really appreciate your support as well.
You're very welcome, Brian. You have a wonderful day.